Well, Dom, I think it is safe to take a look here. Under $40 in this iShares EEM ETF. And certainly you have to understand where we've come from, right? 2017, what a phenomenal year it was for this ETF EEM. It was up over 37%. So now year to date, yes, it is down 16%. But think about the sensitivity that emerging markets have to raising rates. And these raising rates, for the first time, we've seen the 10-year hit 3.25%. Certainly there's a trickle effect. But I think when you see the exposure that we're having in EEM, think about it. 30% of this ETF is to China. So, of course, it makes sense that it's down year to date because of all the sensitivity to the trade tariffs. So I think right now, if you look at one of the top holdings in EEM, Tencent, nearly 4.26% in the weighting, I think it makes a lot of sense as this trade tariff conversation seems to be bubbling a bit. EEM has offered a discount under $40. And this morning, we're seeing a little bit of a rebound as well as rates have kind of subdued a little bit. But I don't think the volatility in the emerging markets is over by any means, Dom.
All right, I mean, let's put that futures now hat on, Jeff Kilburg, because we see you often on there. The future is very unclear for China and many of the emerging markets, as you pointed out. So how is it that we can say the emerging markets index is worth investing in right now if we still don't know how 30% of that index is going to fare given trade and tariff talks?
Great question. I think the trade and tariff talks certainly is a very emotional conversation, Dom. When it all comes down to it, you boil it down, the actual exposure of these trade tariffs, we're talking about a couple $100 billion worth. I don't think it really has that influence on the global markets that the perception is. So remove the emotion, understand the exposure that you want to have. And if you look at international, if you look at emerging markets, they are on a deep discount. Now, yes, we will have continued movement in the 10-year note and the U.S. dollar to the upside. Obviously, that's going to put a little bit of pressure here, but I think after a 16% downdraft in EEM, it is presenting some value. And I think the whole conversation regarding President Trump and China and these trade tariffs, I think it's overblown. I don't think it affects the market in that big a picture.